Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning. It's 10 o'clock. I'm Connie Myers, so it must be to 70 and beyond. In just 6 weeks, I am going to turn 72. I was telling people this week that I feel younger than when I was 50. Yesterday, and I started this whole to 70 and beyond. First, it was headed to 70 until I turned 70. And I started it because I wanted to show people, especially younger people, that getting old is not a bad thing and that you can live your life to the fullest. I'm doing more now than I've ever done before. I'm feeling more energized than I have ever felt. And I feel like I was reflecting yesterday because yesterday I have a very, very dear, dear friend who I love immensely, who is now on hospice. And I hadn't heard her voice because she's unable to talk most of the time. So I did most of the talking. But it was so good to just hear her voice and be able to hear her smile and cheer me on. She's always been one of my biggest cheerleaders. But it was very bittersweet because my life is so full right now, and with everything that I'm doing, I'm so grateful for the life that I've got right now. And she and I used to always talk. She lived with me in Oregon. And we used to talk quite a bit about as we get older. Thank God we live in Oregon because we could get the pill. And she was telling me yesterday that she had a very rough week the week before, and she didn't ever want to go through that again. So she told her daughter, she said, next time, don't keep me. And I wish she had the pill. She doesn't live in Oregon anymore. And about an hour and a half later, I had my team call for crisis knowledge management. And again, I'm the most blessed woman on the planet because these people, they're all just giving, loving, caring, creative, fabulous. I call them my awesome team, and that's exactly what they are. But they were so energized and they were so excited, and they were coming up. We were doing a little brainstorming about once we get the course out there and up and all the incredible things we can do to make a difference in the world. And I hung up the phone, and here I had gone from talking to my friend who's dying to this incredible team that are so energized. They're all, I think one of them is 50. The rest of them are all younger than 50. And if I can have people like that and people like you, if you're under 70, know that your life doesn't have to stop, and pray for those that are sick and are dying. It's a hard conversation to have, but we're all going to do it. We're all going to go through it. And so what does your legacy look like? If you're sitting back and maybe you're not working, maybe you're trying to figure out what's next in your life, maybe you are working and you're very busy, no matter what, take the time to stop, first of all, and appreciate and love all the people in your life, number one. And number two, what is it? I mean, maybe you're not able to go out and change the world, but maybe you can change just one person's life, or maybe you can support one person financially, or whatever it is in some little way. Maybe buy them a cup of coffee, give them a phone call if they might be living alone. Yesterday was a very emotional day for me because I don't want to lose my friend. And we've had some incredible times together. And then I go from that and having all that emotion around that to talking with this team, and we're building something. We're building something that will change the world. Even if it's only, my goal is 30 million people to change and be prepared for disasters. That's my vision in 5 years. And if we don't reach that goal, then it wasn't meant to be. It was a course correction. But I think we will, because we're doing it for authentically, and we're doing it for all the right reasons. All of the team feels it. As a matter of fact, we talked about it. So I got off that phone and with them, and I'm all energized. And then I think about my friend, and she's had a wild and crazy life. It's been a struggle in many respects, but also she has always brought joy and love to other people's lives. I mean, her legacy, she has beautiful kids, and one of them is taking care of her right now. So her legacy is she brought smiles to so many people's lives, and she was always so generous and wanting to give and wanting to help. Um, just before Tom got sick, we had a bad snowstorm in Portland, and she and I were snowed in for 2 weeks in the house. We couldn't leave the house, kind of like quarantine. The good news is we had plenty of wine. We had an amazing food. We ate a wonderful meal every night. We sat by the fireplace. We watched the snow. The snow was all the way up above the decks, and that doesn't happen very often in Portland. And we had this hummingbird that the hummingbird feeder froze. So I bring it inside at night and I put it back out in the morning, and he'd be there waiting for it to come back out again. Anyway, so take some time to reflect on your friends, reflect on your family. My family, again, I'm the most blessed woman on the planet. So, but yesterday was a very interesting dichotomy of emotions, and I wanted to share that with you because this is a perfect time when something like that happens in your life. It's a perfect time to reflect. Okay, what is my legacy? How am I going to go out of this world? What am I going to do? Even if it's something teeny tiny, just make a point of creating that crystalline moment for yourself. And I'll tell you what, like this morning, I woke up and I felt nothing but gratitude and blessed and successful, even if I never have another success again in my life, which I plan on having plenty. But even if I didn't, I could say I've made a difference. I could say that I've been very fortunate. I've had ups and downs just like everybody does. And some of them were pretty bad. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be here. I was diagnosed with a rare kidney disease when I was like 7 or 8 years old and almost died. The disease, most children die at the age of 14. I was fortunate enough that my mom worked for some people who were big donors to the Mayo Clinic, and they paid for me to go to the Mayo Clinic, or I wouldn't be here talking to you today. 52 years later, I was 10 when it happened. So count your blessings, reflect on the gifts that you're leaving behind, find another gift to give today, and be joyful in who you are. Because when you turn 70, I can promise you that you start seeing your friends going away. They start leaving you. And it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, if you look at it in a way of the joy they brought to your life, the importance they were in your life, and the importance of your family in your life, and you find the things that are joyful. Don't dwell on the problems or the situations. I just told my team yesterday, I said, when you get ready to make an important phone call, or you get ready to have an important conversation, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, clients, customers, whoever it is, before you make that phone call or before you sit down with that person, you stop, you breathe, and you reflect on what is it that I want that outcome of this conversation to be. I did that just before I went live. My desire for this conversation is that even if I don't reach all of you, if I just reach 1 or 2 people that can reflect and do something in their lives to step forward, maybe they're having a difficult time, maybe you're having a difficult time. What is one step you can take today and reflect on that and be grateful? I'm so happy and grateful that I had the opportunity to talk to all of you. In 6 weeks, I'm going to be 72. I started this almost 2 years ago. Well, I started a little over 2 years ago, 90 days before I turned 70. And what a blessing this has been to me. So sometimes in the Saturday morning, I'm like, oh gosh, I really don't want to do this. And I kind of felt that way this morning. But then it got close to 9 o'clock and I was like, nope, I've got to do this. And today I feel it especially important. first of all, to say thank you for all of you that watch this. I love you all. You fill my life with joy. And for all of those that are ill out there, God bless you, and I wish you well. So this week, find some joy in your life and find some joy you can share in other people's lives, because you just don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. Anyway, I love you all. I'll be back next week on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock for To 70 and Beyond. I love you all.